you decide not to take part in the readathon, I hope you still manage to get a bit of time for yourself. Hello my loves, and thank you for joining me. It's Kirsten and we are doing December's Relax and Readathon announcement. Now if you don't know what the Relax and Readathon is, it is a bi-monthly 24-hour readathon that I host that is primarily focused on relaxing. It's kind of like a self-care day, but you might as well read a little while we're at it. For myself, I sleep across that. I'm not going to have 24 hours where I don't sleep and I'm trying to read as much as I possibly can, because again, it's supposed to be relaxed. So feel free to change this readathon to whatever works for you. 24 hours is what works with my schedule, but I know a lot of people do turn this into a weekend readathon, or if you want it across a week or a month, whatever works for you. It is just that reminder to take a little bit of time for yourself. In addition to that, we do have a Discord channel if you would like to join. It's free to join. Discord is always linked for you. Everyone is in there, we're chatting, you get live updates with me on the 14th about what I'm reading, what I'm doing throughout that day, and lots of other people who join in. If you can't make that particular date, don't worry about it. You can do another weekend or just different day that works for you, and you can still join in Discord because people will chat throughout the month of what they're doing and how they're getting on with the readathon. We also do have a bingo board, which I love this. This is so much fun. The bingo board is a mixture of lifestyle prompts and reading prompts to again emphasize the point of having a self-care day. With the reading prompts, there are 4 reading prompts, but you can combine them in any ways that you want. I'm going to talk about 4 different books I've got for each of the prompts. I rarely get through 4 books. In the last readathon, I got through 2. In the one before that, I'm pretty sure I got through 1. So, you know, it's just kind of whatever works for you in regards to the reading prompt, and just have fun with it. I think that is all the housekeeping stuff out of the way. I've said the date that it's on, haven't I? Maybe Saturday the 14th of December is when I'm doing this, but again, you can feel free to change that to whatever date works better for you. We have the bingo board. This will be available in Discord. I will try to remember to put it up on Instagram, but I am using Instagram less, so I will put a reminder on my phone, put that up on Instagram stories so that when this video comes up, it is saved in the stories for you. That's everything. So let's just get straight into this bingo board. Now, we'll say the prompts for the bingo board don't change, although I am contemplating changing it up because it's bi-monthly, and we could change up maybe one of the prompts to fit what's happening. So like the next readathon after this would be in February, so we could do like a romance read or something like that. The only reason why I haven't done that is because again, I want this to be as flexible as possible for people, so I haven't put any specific prompts in there because that way you can adjust the prompts to any book that you want to. I'm not sure about that. I might still leave it open. Feel free to put your thoughts in the comments below on what you think would work. The first prompt that we have is read a book on your TBR. Nice and simple. For me, I am going with Susanna Clarke's new book, The Wood at Midwinter, because of course I have to read it. This is so adorable. It is the most beautiful book ever. It is a tiny, tiny little novella that is set in the world of Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. It is beautifully illustrated. I am so excited to read this one. I genuinely can't wait. I don't know what this one is about, and I really don't want to know because it's such a tiny little book. This is going to take hardly any time to read at all. 60 pages long. This is not going to take long to read, but I just think it's going to be beautiful, and I did really want to read it for the December Relax and Readathon because obviously the winter vibes and everything is going to be stunning. So yeah, this is for read a book on my TBR, although to be fair, that could have worked with like 2 other prompts as well, but I'll get into that at the end of the video on how you can double up and stuff, which I'm sure you know. I just like to put it in just in case. The next prompt is to have a hot drink / beverage of choice. I love a nice hot drink when I'm chilling out reading a book, so this is on there. Again, lifestyle prompt that's really easy to fulfill. We then have continue a series or a book you're in the middle of, and for me, I'm going to go with the second part of that, a book I'm in the middle of, because I am going to be picking up Agatha Christie's Midwinter Murder across the winter season, so I will have been, hopefully, by the time the readathon happens, at least have read one of these short stories. So the idea is that I will read another short story from here. I'm not planning to finish this book at all, but I will probably read 1, maybe 2 short stories from here, and that will be me continuing a book I'm in the middle of reading. And look how beautiful this is. This is just perfect. You can tell I'm really going for a wintry theme for this readathon. I'm really leaning into it. For December in general, my TBR is hopefully just going to be filled with winter themed books, with the festive books. Like, that is the plan, so I'm really leaning into those vibes. This I'm really excited about. Look how beautiful this is. This is a collection of murder mysteries. You have some that from Hercule Poirot, Tommy and Tuppence, Miss Marple, and sometimes just a couple of random standalone stories that Agatha Christie threw in for good measure. Gorgeous edition, really enjoying it. This is the last of the seasonal short story collections for me to read, so yeah, I am planning to read at least one from here during the readathon. Okay, the next prompt is read a book you have wanted to read for a while, and this I don't own yet. I have it ordered, I'm just waiting for it to be delivered. Christmas Tree Farm by Laurie Gilmore. I'm really excited for this. I have really been enjoying this series of books. I read The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore a couple months ago for the new cozy releases video, and I had so much fun with it. It is the perfect cozy chill vibes with romance, a little bit of spice in there. Like, it's just really fun. And I was thinking about what did I want my main book to be for this readathon, and I saw this, and since I saw that this was coming out, I was like, yes, that is the one I want to read. And so when I say read a book you've been wanting to read for a while, well, a while is flexible. It's very subjective to your own personal opinion. For me, I've been wanting to read this since I saw this was coming out, so for me that is a while. As soon as I knew it was coming out, I knew that this is the book I wanted to be focusing on, so this is going to be my main book for the day, the priority read. And that is kind of how I'm also treating this TBR, is I've got like priority of what I'm hoping to get through, and we'll just see. Hopefully, I mean, if I get through all of it, amazing. If I don't, it doesn't matter. This one is going to be another cozy romance. Do I know what this one is about? No, but I do know we've got a romance going on. Let me actually see what it says. It is book 3 in the Dream Harbour series. That is the series name, I always forget. So we're following Kira, who hates Christmas, which is unfortunate since she just bought a Christmas tree farm in a town that's too cute for its own good. And then Bennett is on vacation in Dream Harbour, taking a break from his life in California, and most importantly, taking a break from his latest run of disastrous dates. After a run-in with Kira in her fields, Ben has no intention of offering to help the grumpy owner set up her tree farm, despite the fact that she's clearly got no idea what she's doing. It sounds like it's going to be really fun and silly. So we've got Grumpy Sunshine, Grumpy being Kira this time, and I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be so cute and cozy, and a perfect read for the run-up to Christmas. So yeah, this is the main book, as I've said. Really looking forward to it. Okay, then the next prompt is enjoy a cozy hobby. Now, a cozy hobby can be reading. So you're reading a book, congratulations, you've done this. However, I put this one in so that if you want to do something else that isn't reading during a readathon, you don't have to feel bad for it. Which, you know what, maybe that's really obvious to a lot of people, but I am the sort of person that will be like, oh, but I really want to play a cozy game, or I want to do this, it's going to take away from my reading time, and then I would feel like, oh no, I shouldn't. This is in there to stop that from happening. But yeah, so I really enjoy this. A lot of people use it for different things. I've done it for baking. I end up baking quite a lot on these readathons. I have a lot of fun with it, but you can use it for a cozy game, or knitting, crochet, drawing, like whatever you want. Just enjoy your hobbies and don't feel bad for doing something other than reading during a readathon. So that's the idea of that prompt. Then another lifestyle prompt is to go outside. Again, this one can be interpreted in different ways. It could be literally go outside for a walk. It could be if you've got a garden or a balcony or something, sit out there for a little while. Or if it's a particularly grotty day outside, then just open a window and have some fresh air coming in, something like that. I don't think I need to explain that anymore. Probably don't need to explain any of these prompts as much as I've done, but there we are. And then the last reading prompt is to read a short book, and this is the only one that's not really fitting with the festive wintry theme that I've got going on, which is It Lasts Forever and Then It's Over by Anna D. Markin. And this one is more haunting, eerie book. We're following a character who is alive in afterlife. They are adrift yet keenly aware. She notes every bizarre detail of her new reality, and even if she has forgotten her name and much of what connects her to humanity, she remembers with an implacable and nearly unbearable longing the place where she knew herself and was known, where she loved and was loved. Travelling across the landscape of time and space, heading always west, and carrying a dead but laconically opinionated crow in her chest, our undead narrator encounters and loses parts of her body and herself in one terrifying, hilarious, heartbreaking situation after another. It just sounds really different, really unusual. It's not one that I've heard many people talking about, but I'm really intrigued to give this one a try, and it is only a short book. This is the least priority. Like, if we're doing it in terms of what I think I'm going to get to, the other three are higher up on the list than this. This is only 127 pages long, and I have been thinking about it. This is the book I purchased earlier in the year that I've just had on my mind. So I would like to get to this, and we'll see. I think the blue cover still matches all the wintry feels, but we'll just see whether I can actually get to this one or not. Like I say, it is the least priority, but I'm really intrigued by it, and I feel like having this sort of book would be nice to break up everything else that I'm reading, because everything else is quite cozy and fun. This one is a bit more thought-provoking, so if I do feel like I need a change, then I've got that for it, which I feel like will be good. And then the very last prompt is to light a candle, play some music, just kind of set the ambiance for your reading. So like for myself, I love candles, and I will probably have a ambiance room on in the background, maybe like the fireplace one or something on in the background while I'm cozying up reading for the day. So that is it. That's the bingo board. Now, as I said, you can combine these prompts in any way you want, which I can do with just one book if I really wanted to. Say, for example, we were doing it with The Wood at Midwinter. This is a book on my TBR. Ticks off that. This is a book I have been wanting to read for a while because I love Susanna Clarke, so as soon as I heard that this was coming out, I wanted to be reading that, so it works for that. Once I start reading this, I will continue reading it, so it ticks off that prompt, and it is a short book. Again, short is relative to everybody. If you think a short fantasy book is 300 pages long, then that works. If you, whatever short means for you, but this very much is a short book. So even if I only read this one book and I end up choosing to have a day where I play Tiny Glade, which is a new game that I am obsessed with, or spend the day baking or something like that, and I only read the one book, well, I've still ticked off all the prompts. This is what I mean by do with it what you will. Just please, please, please remember to have at least one day for yourself, especially with the run up to Christmas and everything, like the holiday season. A lot of people can get really stressed with everything you need to try and do. So trying to take just one day out of that mad rush to have a bit of time, give yourself a bit of breathing space is really, really important. So that is the point of this. And even if you decide not to take part in the readathon, I hope you still manage to get a bit of time for yourself. But okay, those are the 4 books that I have got for each prompt. Like I say, the main book for me is The Christmas Tree Farm by Laurie Gilmore, followed by The Wood at Midwinter. If I can, I would also like to squeeze in a short story from the Midwinter Murders collection, and potentially It Lasts Forever and Then It's Over. I'm not sure about this one. Like, I really want to read it, but like I say, with everything else that I'm focusing on, we'll see whether I actually get to it. But yeah, that is what we're reading. Please do let me know if you're taking part, and what do you think you're going to read for it. Do let me know. But that's it. A nice, quick, short video. If you have any more questions, anything like that, feel free to put those in the comments below, but I am going to leave it there. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you enjoy taking that little bit of time for yourself. Genuinely, thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far but you just don't know what to comment, then let's leave a little snowman emoji in the comments below. I'm gonna stop talking. If you've enjoyed this video, then please do consider giving it that thumbs up, subscribe and commenting. Those 3 things really help this channel out. My social media links and anyone I've mentioned will be linked below for you, and I will of course catch you in the very next video.